Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Tuesday, and it is November 14th. A couple items on the docket today. We'll start off with these NFIB Small Business Index. This kind of gauges the confidence level for small businesses, which is important because they make up the majority of the jobs here in the U.S. So on the index back in September, we had a 103, and in October, it improved a little bit to 103.8. Last but not least, we got the Producer Price Index. And this is the wholesale inflationary numbers. So the big number we'll want to watch this week will be Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which is tomorrow. So the PPI came out with a pretty big jump in September at 0.4%, and the forecast was to be 0.1%, and it came in at 0.4%. So pretty hot number there. Now, if you strip out food and energy, they give you the more of its core PPI. And again, it came in pretty much the same thing. It came in at 0.44, or sorry, zero point 0.4 back in September. Forecast for October was supposed to be 0.2, and it went up 0.4 again. So a pretty hot number there, and something they're going to keep an eye on here. So that was part of the reason why the stock market is down. The Dow is actually way down, like around minus 150 at one point. Since then, it's kind of pulled back to about 50, down 50 right now. And of course, part of it is coupled with the hot PPI number, and the reason being is that for that is the concerns about the rate hike. So we got this current rate hike going on there, and right now there's no inflation. So with inflation keeping long-term rates intact and keeping low, short-terms are reaching to a point where it might create a negative yield, or inverted curve in the yield, which basically translates it pushes us into a recession, is what that does. So that's where part of that concern is. Plus also the delays in the tax reform, which has been kind of a continuous basis we've been seeing for several days now. We do got a few Fed speakers speaking today. I don't think nothing out of the ordinary is coming out other than they expect a gradual increase, but there's still uncertainty of the tax until they see that they can't give forecasts based on tax cuts if they do or do not know what's going to be involved. So until that comes out, they're not going to use that as a forecast. Also, there's been a panel of the central bank leaders out there. So we got Janet Yellen meeting with the ECB, with the Bank of England, Bank of Tokyo, or Japan. So we got those guys. They're all talking on a panel as well. So so that was earlier today, and I don't think that's really created much stir in the markets. But again, definitely newsworthy. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the bond market. The bond market, as you see, it's up about 9 basis points, which is good. Not quite yet to where we need to be for improvement. So pretty close to where we were yesterday. But what's nice is that we tested this line. It looks like we're starting to gauge upwards. We got some space up here where we can go up, and we may have that come in our direction, which I'll show you here on the Treasury. So we had that Friday. We had this nice little spike here. It stopped. We had this uncertainty here, and then the next day is kind of been downwards, and we're breaking so far, going down below this 238 level, which is good for bonds. So if it breaks down there, it could push us down further down to the 200-day moving average, or even further, which, as you saw in the bond market, we had a lot more upwards. So that could help improve rates in the near term. So keep an eye open for that where we're at. But right now, this is a little bearish sign here that's pushing, that could potentially push rates into a better position here. All right, so some decent news today. But again, tomorrow we'll want to watch that CPI report, see what that comes in, as that's more on the consumer side of things. With inflation, that's more what we're concerned about than what we are with the wholesale. Wholesale is not as important primarily because they don't always pass those costs on to the consumer. All right, so that wraps us up. If you guys want to get more updates, just come over to Twitter. You can find me on my handle at Mike Bjork on Twitter, and get you updates there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.